Hi, welcome back. I'm Dr. Thomas and this is Tea with Dr. T. So go grab yourself a quick cuppa and let's spend the next couple of minutes just going through how to use your local estrogen products. So hopefully by now you've watched the intro so you know a little bit more about me, but in essence I'm a GP, menopause specialist, obesity specialist and lifestyle medicine physician. And these vlogs are designed to accompany my blog, which is basically found at www.menotastic.com. And I have 3 articles on there which I've written to go through the sore, dry vagina, how it starts, how it may start in perimenopause, how it then marches on, just gets worse in postmenopause, and it can not one of those symptoms that really go away. So even if you don't want anything else or you feel HRT is not right for you, you can still use the local estrogen, provided that you haven't got contraindications, but that's what your doctor will run through with you to make sure you're actually eligible. So today's video is purely just to show you how to use them, and no, it's not a live demonstration, which is what somebody asked me the other day. It is literally more banana and condom scenario, and quite frankly we're all traumatised by that lecture in our teens, weren't we? So moving on swiftly, this is the first product. I just want to show you some estrogen cream. This is the box, one of them, that's commonly available from your GP, and this is what it looks like in a tube. And you take the little thing, take the lid off, you've got an applicator, and essentially you screw that onto there, and if this was open you would squeeze and you would see cream coming down to the red line. You can't really go beyond the red line. Take it off. You want to be popping that into your vagina like a tampon, and then push the plunger, cream disperses up and near your cervix, and basically it absorbs from there. So just withdraw that, give it a good old wash, ready for the next treatment. Now in terms of when the next treatment is, we usually start on a treatment phase, which is 2 weeks of nightly use. Can be daytime, depends what's convenient to you. If you're particularly suffering, then we may extend that to a 4-week period of treatment, but basically what happens after the treatment phase is you go onto a maintenance phase, which is basically using this twice a week. So that's the first option. So the next option is not cream, it's actually a pessary. It's a stronger estrogen compared to the cream, and it comes as tiny little white capsules which sit on the top of the applicator. So you pop it out, open this up, put it on the top of there with the plunger down. That gets inserted like a tampon again, press the plunger, and the little tablet comes out at the top of your vagina near your cervix, and again it itself absorbs up there. The only difference between this, this is called Vagirux, is one of the products that we do use, is this has one applicator and all these capsules. Vagifem you may have heard of, and that has lots of these little applicators already pre-filled with the capsule and tab. So you just basically rip one off, undo it, pop it in, dispense it, whip it out, bin it. Whereas this one, you need to keep this basically and wash it quite well so you can reuse it. Okay, so that's essentially the next step. This treatment phase is exactly the same as the cream. 2 weeks treatment every day, followed by maintenance twice a week. Or treatment phase longer depending on what your doctor thinks. Okay. So the third option I just want to whiz through is something called an E-string, and strangely it's not actually a string, so I'm not sure what that's about. But anyway, it's a very, very, very spongy, kind of rubbery, bouncy kind of ring. It's got some estrogen within it. It looks a little bit like a pessary. You give it a squeeze, you're taught how to do this yourself. Pop it into the vagina. Often it will snap itself around the cervix, if that's the uterus and cervix, and just sit there like that. And this lasts 3 months, so you don't actually have to replace it until the 3-month mark. Some people do like to take them in and out depending on what they're doing at the time, but mostly you shouldn't feel it. It should be very comfortable, and once it's in for those 3 months. So those are your basic options that you can get through your GP. There are other treatments for sore, dry vagina in menopause, but they are on my blog. Much more detail on those 3 blog articles. Just to repeat the website, it's www.menotastic.com, and basically this is available from the GP, so don't forget to actually go and talk about it, because the women I've seen and it's so hard to talk about, it's so the impact on your sex life, how you feel, people really don't like to talk about the subject, so that's why I'm coming out and talking about it off the bat before we delve into all the other parts of menopause, because I think it's a really important subject. So get down to your GP, get chatting to her about your sore vagina, and get treated. Hopefully I'll see you next time on Tea with Dr. T.